Well, I'm actually very excited to come to Ignite. It's not only the huge Microsoft conference where in the past it's been the SharePoint conference, but it's also merging all the different technologies that are coming together. And I think it really goes with where Microsoft is heading overall, because it's no longer about a single technology. It's really about bringing multiple experiences together or providing experiences to the users. And one technology or one product doesn't make as much sense anymore. I think the needs of the different organizations are much different than they were before, and just giving SharePoint or just giving Exchange. So that's why I wanted to see Ignite, to see all of them bring and come together, and of course see what's new in our ecosystem. There's a couple of things in Satya's keynote that I thought was very interesting. First, it's the, how could I say this? Of course, my French keeps coming up as always, but the emphasis, that's it, the emphasis on transformation. And it's not just about technology, it's not just about there's a new product or a new version, is we have to change everything. And what was really exciting is that came back and back and back again on that whole transformation is it's actually us. We have to stop trying to look for SharePoint. For example, of course, I'm from the SharePoint background, and try to see the new version of SharePoint, or how does it look now, or what new extra feature is there. We have to stop, we have to transform ourselves and look how there's different new ways, new experiences, once again, that will solve our actual problems, what we're trying to do at work. We're trying to work together, we're trying to there's lots of information everywhere, so we got to stop looking at just the next version of a certain product. So that whole aspect of transformation overall is something that was very exciting. And of course, I think everything that's coming to Office 365, especially with the Office Graph, which I think most of the efforts are on these days. So that was very exciting. Our business ourselves, we've seen, as Microsoft is broadening that audience, as we're reaching out to different people now. We're not just looking at the IT people or the geeks, if you want, like us, but that are focused on the technology and setting it up. Now with Office 365 and the cloud and mobile and essentially the new workforce that are coming, the millenniums that are coming in, that are expecting to just consume things very quickly, we've had to change product or the way that we work, because we're not just talking with the IT folk anymore. We're talking with the business people that are now driving the change in their organizations. So that is definitely a complete different way of working nowadays. So different partners are adapting very differently based on the changes right now. The cloud and mobile experience is definitely where a lot of us are heading. It's clear that that's where Microsoft wants us to go, and the partners will have a choice. Either they will say no to the cloud and stay on premises thinking that nobody is going to go there. In fact, a couple of years ago at previous SharePoint conferences, I've heard many people say, we're never going to be going to the cloud. Ha ha ha, that can't happen. My customers are never going to go there. But then now today, with what's available there, the prices, the cost savings, of course, and the experiences provided overall by Office 365 or any other cloud solutions, it makes that whole experience different. People are going to the cloud. Security is most often even better than what can be afforded on our own on-premises scenario. So it's really a choice. You can choose to stay on-premises, and there will be still business there. But if we are not looking at what's changing, the industry is completely changing. And we're not just talking about our Microsoft, we're talking overall technology. As I said earlier, people are coming into the workforce expecting things like Facebook, YouTube, and all of these other services, even professional services that you can just subscribe quickly. So if we want to be able to not, or rather block a rogue IT, meaning people subscribing to this technology and you losing control in your organization, you'll have to embrace what's going on in the cloud and at least look for certain hybrid scenarios or hybrid solutions so that you can give them an option, but that you can still control. I think Microsoft right now is doing has a lot of efforts. Whether it's on the blog, they've even published their roadmap of Office 365. It's completely public. There's an Office 365 Yammer network where the product team is constantly responding, providing Yam jams as they call it, so that you can go ask them questions. So it's there, it's available. What can they do better? I mean, honestly, it's all about marketing for a long time. I think a lot of the features are there, or the technology is available. Office 365 is a great solution. Right now, there's a lot of fear still in the cloud, security, should I be going there? A lot of fear towards it. So I think it's going to be a lot of efforts from Microsoft, continue what they're doing, providing all the information, being as transparent as possible, but of course continuing that effort in reassuring, if you want, people that are afraid of the cloud, and that's perfectly normal, of course. I would say before you start going to the cloud, try to make sure that you have a proper understanding of what you're getting into. Just having licenses or being pushed. I love Microsoft, of course, but just because you're getting pushed to go there doesn't necessarily mean it makes sense for all of your business processes. So I would say make sure you understand properly where you're going and what's available to make sure that you can use it as best as possible. And then I would just add a second tip in there. It's all about change management. Remember, you're not just going from Word 2007, or that just added the ribbon at the top, and ooh, that was scary. We're changing the way everyone works. We're not just adding a new ribbon or a new option. You're telling people to stop working the way they used to, files and folders, to metadata, the cloud, mobile. It's very scary. So the biggest advice I could give is give them proper change management overall to help people get through that phase, not just IT, that is already one, but also the end users or your organization overall. I'm Benjamin Niaulin. I work for ShareGate, which is a migration and management tool. We're all based in Montreal. You probably heard the accent a little bit. You can find me on Twitter @bniaulin, but honestly, I'm very approachable. If you have any questions at any time, I'll be more than happy to help out. If anything, I'll be another blog post that can help everyone out as well.